Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. Going to start by mapping out the current range. And as I've been saying last week, you could have considered this the range of that was the high or low, but I was still calculating that this is the overall range due to this being the impulse that started this corrective and consolidative sideways pattern. As prices continue to push sideways, still was breaking structure. Then once it got past these lows, start taking out these lows. It's a bear structure right now in order to see if there's any opportunity to take any buying opportunities once it got back down to discount. And it's in the area of demand. It looks like it has started to retrace back down as the dollar is getting stronger due to tariff news with China. Hasn't tapped into the sell before the buy. Well, he's reacting from it. Let's see. Barely tapped into it. So we'll be looking to see if this is the area to start buying or if the news continues fundamentally on the DXY or to continue to push the dollar higher, then we'll just continue to sell off, possibly targeting the lows. But like I've been saying for the last few weeks, that looking for any type of retracement back into discount, but it's consolidated so long. It could retrace back even further, but I'm looking for any type of buying opportunity if it does present itself in this area of discount and in this area of demand. GBP USD hasn't really retraced back this much. Let's go ahead and map out the current range. This is the overall range, just like with Euro USD. Saying last week, started to consolidate sideways, and this technically was the higher low. So you could have made this the range that it was trading in. And as you can see, prices have swept under the lows, formed a wick when buyers stepped back in, started pushing the price higher. So it still is in this range. But with any correlation within the US dollar pairs, then expect to see, just like with Euro, any type of further push back to the downside in the overall structure into discount or into discount in any area of demand, depending on how strong, like I said, the dollar is. It's no longer the strong higher low, starting to break out under this area of consolidation. Wait and see when I can change that, because prices are starting to retrace back into the area of consolidation, the sideways consolidation. Although, as you can see, there is liquidity sitting over these highs, but the structure is breaking to the downside. So I'm just waiting to see if there's any reaction once it does start breaking down further. I'll be considering this a lower high that should be broken, but also still considering that this is the overall structure. And this was the area of impulse. There had this area of demand could be looked at it when it comes back down to discount on this area. So wait to see. Aussie dollar continues to trade sideways, as you see. Let's go and map the current range. And as you can see, price continued to trade sideways, high highs, high lows, high highs, then it broke out, and it started it's retraced back down, started breaking structure back down into this area of consolidation. Could be considered an area of demand, but the sellers continue to step back in. As you can see, overnight, a large wick pushing the prices back down, but hasn't broken past any of the lows. So there's still liquidity sitting under all these lows. Unlike the other pairs, or the US dollar pairs, the prices have already swept under these lows and started to retrace and show a bearish price movement back down to discount. This has yet, Aussie dollar has yet to do that, and this is still considered higher lows. So we're going to see if this follows suit with the other US dollar pairs. Then it could be looking for any type of potential once it gets down to back down to discount, or possibly trade this back, that possibly sell this back down into discount. And looking at any type of correlation. NZD USD, let's go ahead and map out the current range. On this price, these prices continue to trade sideways also, but this has started to break down and start to take out the lows of this consolidative sideways structure. As you can see, the sellers buyers step back in here, but weren't able to break out past the highs of the overall range. So sellers started to step back in, start taking out the lows, liquidity sitting under these lows. Buyers have reacted from it, prices have reacted from that area, but it hasn't started to push down like GBP or Euro USD. So it's like with Aussie dollar, waiting to see if the sellers can step back in and start pushing back down. So start targeting any areas of demand, any type of area and discount in order to look for new buying opportunity if it presents itself. But you are on the lookout for any type of dollar news and dollar strength in order to confirm that it will start to react from these areas. Any type of bullish momentum shift down in those areas. GBP AUD. Let's go ahead and map out the current range. So overall, the structure, well, currently since the this was the last high that broke the low. That's what I've been saying last week. Waiting to see if any type of reaction. Obviously, the market structure it was consolidating sideways, then broke out to the downside. There's still liquidity under these lows from the previous areas, and prices started to obviously break structure, started to retrace back in. So we're looking for any type of opportunity to sell. Looks like that opportunity is starting to present itself. We do have to keep in mind the correlation with the other pairs. And as you can see, sellers have started to step back in after this consolidative. Could be considered a bear flag. Bear flag breakout to the downside, but still, once these sellers started to break out, it hasn't been able to form a new low. I'll be looking for entire selling opportunities to target those lows, to target the lows of the overall range. So maybe, let's see, yeah, it started to fractally break on this is 4-hour chart. So I am looking for any type of selling opportunities in order to take these prices back lower as it starts to break down. Although it hasn't taken out these lows and it has wicked up, these buyers have wicked back and pushing prices higher. But as you can see, prices are started to break down. So I'm looking for any type of selling opportunity once it presents itself. GBP NZD. So prices continue to trade sideways, as you can see. Let's go and map out the current range. And in this case, the prices have started breaking down further, started taking out the liquidity on these lows, started to retrace back, buyers step back in, started to retrace back, took out all the liquidity over this descending wedge. As I was saying, it hasn't gone back into premium, but sellers started to set back in, but they haven't been able to go ahead and push down further past these lows. So this is an area of support that's forming. Buyers reacted from the area of support. Now it's fractally started to break out, pushing prices higher. But swing structure still is bearish, looking for any type of retracement. Haven't been able to take out these highs. And so along with GBP AUD, looking for any type of selling opportunity. Once it presents itself right now, it's just trading sideways, clearly in this range. Clearly in this range to see. We're looking for any type of indication that pricing will go higher. Then we'll be waiting to take any opportunity to sell if it does retrace back into premium. Or if you see any type of bearish momentum shift, I'll be targeting the lows of the overall range. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.